I just wanted, Honorable Speaker, with your indulgence, to make clarification on the table document, which is in the form of a letter from the National Treasury. Because, Honorable Speaker, members may have noticed, and the country did see from the budget policy statement, what was said to have been an error in the BPS that was sent to the House. If the Honorable Marian Keitany can allow me to hear myself.
Member for Aldai.
I was drawing our attention because it's important for the member for Aldai to understand the basis of the letter that has been sent to us from the National Treasury. What would be seen to be a correction of what was said to have been an error in the BPS that was admitted, an error that was actually discovered by the Finance Committee between the fiscal framework and the expenditure framework that was under the Ministry of Health. And there was a difference of about 73 billion shillings, because the fiscal framework had an amount of 4.263 trillion. And on the other hand, the projected expenditure on page 55 of the BPS was 4.336 trillion. And that is the difference of 73 billion. And I can see the Honorable Ariko nodding in agreement, because it is out of the diligence of the members of the Finance Committee that they were able to point out this glaring inconsistency in the figures. And the National Treasury has then sent a correction of that, or a clarification of what the issue was. Honorable Speaker, in their correction, they assert that the matter is as a result of the classification of the Social Health Insurance Fund in the budget. As members are aware, those like Honorable Ariko who are accountants, according to the International Financial Reporting Standards, and specifically the Government Finance Statistics Manual of 2014, Social Security funds can be categorized in two ways. And one of the ways is to categorize the Social Security funds as a separate category, distinct from other ministries, departments, or agencies' expenditure, or as part of the government department that manages them. And that is exactly what had happened, that they had categorized them under the government department expenditure, under the Ministry of Health, the State Department for Medical Services. And that is how it was left out in the cumulative total of the fiscal framework. Honorable Speaker, that now has been corrected to align it with the International Financial Reporting Standards, and particularly the Government Finance Statistics Manual of 2014. And the figures now agree. And therefore, let me take this opportunity first to thank the Finance Committee, because had they not pointed that out, then we would have been left with those who are very keen on pointing out what are famously referred to as computer errors. And you would have seen people in funerals saying the budget policy statement has an error, a computer error, it is theft, it is looting, but now it is clear, and those two figures now have been aligned to agree between the entire expenditure framework and the fiscal framework that is before the House and being considered by the departmental committees and the liaison committee. And I think this letter has also been tabled before the liaison committee for noting, and also before the Finance and National Planning Committee, Honorable Speaker. And I must indeed thank the diligence of the members of the Finance Committee. You know, many a times, Honorable Speaker, the House is accused that, the House only rubber stamps that which comes from the executive without paying scrutiny. And the Finance and National Planning has very seasoned members like the Honorable Keinan, the Honorable Ariko, the Honorable Atandi, a very efficient and diligent chair, the Honorable Member for Molo, Kimani Kuria, the Honorable Umulher, who is also a member of that committee, the Vice Chair, who served as a member, as a chair of that committee in the 11th Parliament, the Honorable Benjamin Nangat, and many other members, Honorable Speaker, who are very diligent. And that tells you that this House has members in committees that actually scrutinize figures, number after number, and almost from comma to full stop of whatever documents are tabled before the House. And Honorable Speaker, I want to believe that that matter will now rest and will be taken care of by the relevant committees. Thank you.
Thank you. Next.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Wanjiku Muya. Wanjiku, you are very mobile. A few minutes ago, you were sitting here. Yeah.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and thank you for giving me the opportunity. I was lobbying because many members are not aware which motions I'm giving the notice. But, Honorable Speaker, I'm giving a notice of a motion to adjourn the House on a definite matter of urgent national importance to discuss the delay in absorption of health workers under the universal health coverage. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provision of Standing Order number 33-1, I seek leave for the adjournment of the House for purpose of discussing a definite matter of urgent national importance regarding the delay in absorption of healthcare workers under the universal health coverage. Honorable Speaker, in May and June 2020, 8,571 healthcare professionals were recruited on a 3-year contract under the UHC program. Majority of these officers were deployed to the county facilities, while a small number was posted to national government facilities. In 2023, the respective contracts were renewed for a further 3 years. However, whereas the contracts of the health workers posted to national government facilities were renewed under similar terms as those agreed on 2020. The health workers recruited under county government had their remuneration reduced by half. This is contrary to established labor practice of equal pay, equal work, and falls short of the expectation of fair labor principles as enshrined in Article 41 of the Constitution. Additionally, it is noted that whereas the renewed contracts were given by the county government, the salary for the officers is paid by the Ministry of Health, which is under national government. Honorable Speaker, in October 2023, the national government assured the UHC staff that they would be transitioned to permanent and pensionable terms. Sadly, in October 2024, the Ministry of Health only transitioned 110 health workers who are under the national government to permanent and pensionable terms, while leaving the remaining health workers engaged under the county government on contractual terms. Honorable Speaker, it is against this background that I seek leave for the adjournment of the House to discuss this matter of great national concern with a view of exploring possible and lasting solution. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
You have no supporter for your motion. No, we cannot go to a point of order. Your notice collapses, you have nobody supporting you. Your notice, Wanjiku, collapses, you have nobody supporting you.
No, Honorable Speaker, they are members.
Where are they?
All this, they didn't know, that's what they're saying.
Good. We have... How many? We require 20. Those standing, hold your horses there.